Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elias and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we were working on some stuff in the last millennium, getting ready to do some major automation of, well, high-tiered stuff. And we were also working a little bit on our mob farm, so we have some nice automation with this. I've been using this quite a bit actually. I ran out of the mob essence actually, so getting a good bit of the compressed cobblestone blocks. If I can click, we've got octuple. What? Something isn't right here. I had a lot of them. Like, I had thousands of them. What? Something has gone terribly wrong, and I don't know what. So, what could have happened to all that? I mean, we have plenty of storage. This is really weird, because I had made a bunch of them. Did I haven't set up any, I haven't set up anything yet. This is only for loot bags, which I just got one. That is really strange. Didn't I have, let's see. I have storage over here. Yeah, there's only 25, 17, 5, 6. Did I have a crash and not know about it? Did I accidentally load up a old version? That is potential, I think. That is really, really strange. Let's see. That is an ender chest that's green, green, green. This is really weird, because I actually had a ton. Whoops. That doesn't go in there. That does. Now, did we have... Yeah, so I have all of my placed down. So that is fine. That is really, really strange. I guess for now, let's just take all this stuff off. Break it with my book because it's going to be easier. So that might put a damper in today's plans, but we'll see. So yeah, that is really strange. I have no idea why that happened. Do we have... Let's look up just cobblestone. Whoa. Why can't I click? Cobblestone. Like, we have 25 octuple compressed. If I take those out, I guess we can just turn this back on. Now, there's something else that I did so we can see if it is actually, like, it's really strange. Because I just got done doing this, so all of our neutronium compressors are taken care of. I swear I had more. I swear I had a little over 1,000. I think it was like 1,600. But all of the neutronium compressors are set up, taken care of. Glowstone on all of the stuff. Eventually, we will probably replace these with... Actually, I'll probably put it through the back with the conduits to get stuff out. It'll probably look nicer just to have these guys sitting on a pillar instead of nothing. So that's probably what I'll do. Yeah, because these are bedrockium drums full of stuff. Yeah, I have no idea where all that stuff went. That is really, really strange, because I left it running for quite a while, and I don't think I picked it up and put it somewhere. Like, I don't have anything set up for extracting the octuple compressed cobblestone yet, so that is really, really weird. Anyways, who cares? We'll live. We'll try to get some stuff done today. If not, yeah, with that turned on, we can come over here and quickly look that... that is the area that the grinder works in, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to do anything about, like, moving this column. I had originally wanted to move it, switch it to the back, I don't think that's important because the grinder still reaches there. So as long as the mobs are in that area, the grinder will work, and as you can see, the impulse plates are working just fine. So we're going to leave that as is, and really question the Octuple Compressed, because we already have 12. Like, this is like it was just running for when we ended the last episode, but I came on here and I just kind of let stuff run for a while, so I have no idea. Let's turn them all on for a little bit. And today, what I want to do is start getting into a little bit more crafting. So I want to do some quests. That's kind of the big thing for today. We're getting close to being done with all the quests. There is one quest here. We require 4 more quests to be completed elsewhere. So let's see if we can't figure it out. I believe one of them might be that one. Might not be. Let's see, 4 more quests. So there's none here that we need to complete. And then Lambda has 1, 2. So probably these 2 quests, the Catalyst and then the Transmutation Tablet, is probably the last ones we need to complete in order to get everything. Maybe I don't want to have stuff stored in here. I don't know, it seems like a good idea, but at the same time it doesn't. If it's going to mess up like that. That's really, really strange. Anyways, maybe I'll check some backups later, but for now, what we're going to try to do today is get through the Morningstar, the Guitar, and then the Destruction Catalyst quests, and then start working on both the Transmutation Table and the Dire Autocrafting Table, which I know you can't read, but that's what it is. The Dire Autocrafting Table. This is super duper useful. We're going to want like 5 of those, to be honest. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we need to make the Morningstar. So the Morningstar's recipe is not too awful. We need a red matter sword, hammer, and shovel. So do we have that stuff? Sword, hammer, and shovel. And then we just need 5/10 magnitude demon steel. So demon steel at 10th magnitude. Put that there. And we put 1 in there. Let's see. Let's take out all these bat wings. Let's take out a handful of this stuff. I actually want all the burnt quartz because that's good and useful. Let's take all that and that. And oops, didn't mean to put all of the food away. Epic bacon. Let's grab some epic bacon. And all the rest of the stuff, we'll take those. We'll take the blocks of titanium. And then everything else we will just dump right back in here. Not that it's gonna really help much, but won't hurt. Alright, so each of these is 43 million. So we need like 10 blocks for each. So let's just do something like that. There's 3, 4, octuple. We have 14. So there is 6 of those. And that's enough for now. So we can just put these guys in here and get the red Morningstar. So that should be a quest. Let's take the leftmost bags today. And yeah, the Morningstar is pretty cool. I think it combines all 3 of these, so it acts as a hammer, a sword, and a shovel. I don't really care much. We have the Draconic Staff of Power. These things require EMC as well, so it's kind of a pain, but we will not worry about it, to be honest. So the next thing is the guitar. And that, as you can probably guess, is the other 3. So it takes the shears, the axe, and the hoe, plus 5/10 demon steel. So red matter, axe, hoe, and shears. Let's go ahead and put these in here. And we have 1/10 magnitude. So octuple compressed. We're gonna have to wait a little bit on those, but there's another one. So let's go ahead and for the time being, we'll turn these off. And yeah, the other thing we're gonna need is a transmutation table in this, but unfortunately that is going to be a little bit more difficult. We need a couple infinity catalysts, which we're not ready to make, a bunch of infinity stars, and it's going to take some time, which is why I had hoped that I know I'm still complaining, but I did lose like 1,000 of these blocks, and I have no idea where they might have went. So I'm going to get these on camera to see exactly how many we have, and then I'm going to mess around after I get done recording this episode, and probably try to grind out some more of that stuff and see what we can get. So let's open our epic bag. We got some muffling upgrades. Cool. That's not super useful for us right now. So yeah, that's a bummer. There is still one thing that I'm looking for, which, by the way, if I can find it, eternal. What is? I don't even know what it's called. I just know it's a sword, and it is a very powerful sword if I can find it. It might be named, right there it is. This guy. It is a custom things, a singularity sword. It is so good. Oh, you can actually make them? But you can get these from just reward bags, and it's one thing that I have not gotten. It's heavily enchanted, I do believe. Which I think makes it different than the other ones, but kind of is what it is. If we get one, that'd be awesome. If we don't, it's okay. So while we're kind of waiting for more blocks to come in, let's continue working on the transmutation table and then the Dire Autocrafting Table. So if we want more Dire Autocrafting Tables, we're going to have to get more of this stuff. That's not too bad. The Awakened Cores are probably the worst part of that, but they're not awful. It just requires a lot of glowing magnalloy, which I don't believe has a block form, does it? Nope, it just turns into draconic cores, so we can't do anything with that. That's a bummer. But everything else is EMCable, so it's not that big of a deal. In fact, let's go ahead and tell the system to make, I don't know, 1,000 of those. We need more magnalloy. That's fine. Take one of those, and there we go. So that should be a lot of magnalloy. And glowing. Can we get 1,000 of them now? Yes, we can. How many do we have in total after that? Magnalloy, 2,000, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and put that there. How are we doing for the compressed cobblestone? 24. Alright, so we gotta remember we can only put these in. Oh, hey, that's all we needed. And there's the red guitar. Cool. So I think we can get rid of that for now. And that is yet another quest. So this is a really powerful multi-tool. Does area of effect damage. This one can dig really, really large areas. They're both really kind of cool. But like I said, I'm not going to really mess with them because it requires EMC, and I don't really feel like getting the battery, the Omega Star kind of powered up. It's not something I like doing. It's something that used to be really cool. I want to kind of stress this. The equivalent exchange, and this is Project D, same difference. It's just a remaking of the old mod. It is a very, 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 very old mod, and that's a good thing in my opinion because it's had plenty of time to develop. But in the past, equivalent exchange, now Project D, was just the most overpowered mod. Flight like this didn't exist unless you were big into Project D, and so the EMC stuff was huge. Nowadays, it's not as big of a deal because there's so many mods that do so many things, It's a little bit less overpowered. It's still very overpowered, but it's a little bit less so. Anyways, that's kind of my reason. If you want to play around with it, I suggest playing in old versions, or just focus solely on Project E. So let's open the legendary reward bag. It's a beacon. It's not awful, not great, but not awful. Okay, so the last quest in this line is the Destruction Catalyst. This is another thing that kind of destroys blocks and lets you dig and whatnot, but it's also really easy to make. We need a flint and steel, 4 Nova Catalysts, and Mobius Fuels. So we have a Mobius Fuel. Let's go ahead and duplicate that. And then the Nova Catalysts are just TNTs with Mobius Fuels. We need 2 of those. And that should be everything except for the flint and steel, of course. But that's easy. So there is the Destruction Catalyst. Really, really easy to make. Far left, reward bag. And that is that quest line completed. So we still need, what, 3 more? Yeah, 3 more quests to get the last part of the quest book unlocked. Which, by the way, is a little bit less interesting than you might think, but once we get there, it's going to be kind of fun. So let's go ahead and open the reward bag. Lily pads, whatever. It was a good reward bag. Can't expect too much. So yeah, that's going to be all the questing we're going to be able to get done today. Because like I've said before, I don't really want to go and fight the Chaos Guardian until we are overpowered. I hate fighting the Chaos Guardian. I just want to be able to go there and kill him. Or at the very least have the Armor of the Chaos, so we don't have to... no, what is it called? The Infinity Armor. At least have this stuff, which we can make. It's just going to require a bunch of Neutronium and a bunch of Infinity Ingots. It's going to take a little bit of time to get there, but we'll be able to do that, and it won't be too bad. So let's get rid of most of this stuff, except for that and Dire Auto. Cool. So for the rest of the episode today, we are going to work towards the transmutation table, which is not awful. I do want to try to get... Okay, let's see. I have some Gaia Spirit Ingots. Let's see, are these things full? No, that one's empty. How about these 2? That one's empty. And that one's empty. Cool. So we need to go fight the Gaia Guardian. And I think I will do that on camera for once. It's not something I typically do. But we just need to head over to the mining portal. And we're going to do this because I want to test something. Because we might have another creature to spawn in very soon. So our armor, we could use some more charge. Let's go home. Let's go home real quick. We could use some more charge in our capacitor, just to be on the safe side, or I guess safer side. And let's see, this won't take too long to charge up. There we go. We have plenty of power, so I'm not like worried about that whatsoever. But yeah, so let's go kill the Gaia Guardian a couple of times. 2 should be more than enough. And we have our magnet. Let's go ahead and get that powered up. We don't need the bow, but we'll have it on our inventory just in case. And this is going to be loud, so I'm going to turn that down really far. Okay. So this is attack AoE. Let's get that maxed out. Cool. So we just summon 2 of those guys, and then we rapidly click on here. And that should be everything we need to do. So this is going to attack pretty much the Gaia Guardian every single time. There's only a couple places where he can hide and not get hit. But I'll be able to fix that relatively soon. All I need to do is get more stuff. And the nice thing is I have basically turned off the digging for this. The dig speed for this pick is 0, so it's not going to dig. Which is nice because I don't have to worry about accidentally like breaking into something or breaking blocks that I don't want to or anything like that. We are going to get a lot of junk though. Okay. You guys need to die. As do all you guys. Alright, back to killing. Our armor is relatively low. But there's one. And I guess there's both of them. Wow, there's so much stuff here. And all the skeletons go to the water pool because they don't want to die. Alright, so let's grab this. We're going to put that in there. Let's grab a bag. I'm going to just dump all of the loot bags in this one. And hey, we got a skeleton mob soul. That's kind of cool. Eventually we'll find our stuff that we want, and then the black one we'll use for all the mob drops. Other than the things that are interesting, like the Gaia spirits. Alright, so that should be about it. Put those in there. Cool. So we got half a stack of Gaia spirits and 45 levels. Not bad, not bad. So let's get rid of that for a second. Keep the mob soul on me, I guess, because one, I'm gonna lose that if I don't put it away right away. So let's go home. That wasn't too bad. I'll turn the volume back up because it's weird it being that quiet. Alright, and that's good. Cool. So with that taken care of, our capacitor is not doing too bad. Our armor could do better. That's why I don't fight too many of them at once. But let's go ahead and get some Terra Steel. Turn into Gaia Spirit ingots. And then what I want to see, I'll have 2 left. But here is the question. Can we get a safari net? Can we get an actual safari net? A reusable one? And more importantly, can we animate this? So not all blocks you can animate. There are some that you can't. That seemed to work. So now I don't believe we're ever going to have to kill the Gaia Guardian again. Let's make sure it works. Let's turn you off for a little bit. I want to, put this away. Certain blocks are blacklisted, so we can't like make a block of infinity ingots. I don't think. We might try that at some point, because that would be way cheaty. But I don't think we can do anything like that. Let's see, which one was it? This is the mob drops, right? Yeah. I'll clean that out later, but this one we can go ahead and clean out now. So let's make sure that this works. What? There's a vacuum chest missing. I guess I might have broken it or something. See, that is good enough. I was gonna say that this is gonna be awful, but let's go ahead and help it. This is really weird. Why is stuff breaking now? All of a sudden. Okay, so this is going to take a while to kind of fix, whatever. That's so weird. Yeah, so I don't remember if I had a chest, a thing like that or not. But, so what we got now. And this should be fine to, like, get everything to go into the system. Apologies for the noise, by the way. Can't do much about that. Okay, so that is cycling through everything. And then take that. Okay, so it seems to be cleaned up-ish now. Let's see. That's not doing anything. Alright, let's come in here. Spawn exact copy, yes. We'll close the door for right now. Spawn things in. And presumably, this will be everything. So let's put this back down to a reasonable 3x3. Awesome. We have infinite Gaia Spirit ingots. So I'm going to get a few of these. And then what I'm going to do is probably automatically spawn them. I'll put them on the tower, and I'll do that between episodes because, well, it doesn't need to be done right now, this instant, but that is really good. So what that's going to allow us to do is, well, basically whatever we want. Actually, let's take that up with us. Let's rename it. And this is Compressed Gaia. Cool. So just put that right in there. Whoops. Loot bags do not go in there. And that is actually really convenient because hopefully I can keep up. I might replace that with a vacuum chest after a little bit. But that's really, really weird. Alright, how much Octuple Compressed Cobblestone do we have now? 67. That's not bad. We're going to keep that on us because I don't want to lose it. So, that's actually really convenient that Compressed Gaia, we don't have to farm the Gaia Guardian anymore. We can just spawn them in. Spawn in the blocks. So, we're going to need 4 of those, conveniently, for the outside of this. Alright, and then we're going to need 2, 4, 8, 16 red matter blocks. So red matter blocks. Need 16 of these. And they go 2 each. Like so. So that's not bad. And we can make more red matter blocks as needed. That's not a big deal. We're going to need some other stuff as well. So H&L's fuel blocks, that should be easy enough. We have that. I think we just need 4 of those. Like so? Question mark? No, we only need 2 of those. Okay. Easier. And then we're going to need 2 runes of sloth, lust, and pride. So I never did get around to doing any automation with Britannia. That's something we will do relatively soon, actually. We probably should do that soonish anyways. And we'll probably set up multiple like little systems over here to do just that. And then I really need to automate a lot of different things. Living rock and living wood are not EMCable, are they? No. Okay, so we might want to automate that as well. And that's pretty easy to do. So I just need to get some more of the other stuff. And getting all the runes should be pretty straightforward. So, that should be fine. Alright, what else do we need? We need, let's see, 6, 12, 24 crystal matrix ingots, right? No, 3, 6, 12. 12. much less. So we just need 12 of these. And they go like this. Alright, so this is not too bad so far. And we only need one of these ever. Well, we might want two, but that will be something we'll decide later. We need 2 1/8 magnitudes of demon steel. And so let's just dump in a bunch of the Mobius fuel. Let's also keep some of it, like that much of it. And let's see, that goes back. Alright, cool. And there is the 2 demon steel that we needed. They go there, correct? Yes. We're going to need some red gem wafers, so we're going to need red gems, redstone repeaters. How many of those are we going to need? We're going to need 4 red gem wafers, and each one makes 3. So we need 2 sets of red gems, which we've had this stuff for a while, so it's not that big of a deal. We're going to need redstone repeaters. And this is something we'll probably want to get a bunch of real quick. It shouldn't be too bad to do. Let's just like get a bunch of those, put them in the system, and then get a bunch of these, do the same thing. Or, you know, just throw them on the ground. Either works. And yeah, that'll be good. So we just need 2 of those. 2 of those and 2 of those. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this going. I don't know if we have the silicon over here. We do. Red gem. Oh, that's a red diamond. Whoops, wrong thing. We want red gems, which I don't have any currently, but we can get some pretty easily. Do we grind these up or do we smelt them? Smelt them. So let's get that real quick. We'll duplicate a few of them because why not? And the lag spike. Wow, that was weird. Let's get a bunch of these as well. Let's get like that many. That'll work. Okay, cool. Now this will work. And we'll come back for that in a second. So, what else do we need? We need Temperio Essence blocks. Well, luckily for us, we have a bunch of Temperio Essence. And we can pretty easily craft that into blocks. And I think we're just going to need a few. 4. Go. So they go here. And then we're going to need 2 magic cores. That's going to be a little bit of a pain. Yeah, these don't have EMC. Oh no, they do. So that's not that bad, actually. I can't believe I never made any extras. We have some ultimate furnaces as well. We're going to need a few of those. Alright, that works. Let's see, we're going to need 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Cool, so this is actually going pretty easily. Do we have the bedrockium at the center? Yes, we do. So we need the magic cores. And then we're going to need 4 of these 128 spatial components. So let's teach the system how to make those. I don't believe it knows how to make any of that stuff. So yeah, that'd be good to know how to make. So it's pretty easy. There's 1s. There's 2s. And we'll have to put those in here. Let's make 1 of those. That'll take like 2 seconds. And then we should be able to teach it how to make the 128s. We'll just put those in here. And then we need 4 of those. So that'll take just a little bit of time, but it's not that bad. What else do we need? We need a conversion monitor, which requires illuminated panel and a level emitter. And then that. Alright, that's easy enough. That goes at the top. We're going to need those magic cores. Let's go ahead and work on the magic cores. So we're going to need 2 cryothium coolant, 1 glowstone elevation, and some dark solarium. So glowstone, how do we get this stuff? We're going to need a cryothium coolant thing, which we can then duplicate to get a second one. And then we're going to need a little bit of cryothium to put into it. It requires 4 buckets worth, so that is we're going to need half a stack of this, because if it's 4 for each, that's going to give us, yep, that's what we need. Cool, so let's get that cooking up. And that won't take too long. We should have our red gem wafers by now. We do. Okay. Almost fell. So these go here, I do believe. No, up here. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to being done with the transmutation table. The problem is we need infinity catalysts, runes, and infinity stars. We are going to also need an ME controller, which we have a few of. That goes down here. And what goes in the corners? Those are the things. Okay. And then the other thing we're going to need is the glowstone elevation unit thing. So we need 1 of those. And how much glowstone? 4 buckets as well. So that's 4 glowstone. That's 40 glowstone. So there's that. Do we have this stuff yet? We do. Let's go ahead and cook up the glowstone. And then, do we have the dark solarium? No. So we're going to need dark solarium as well. That is pulsating crystal, solarium, and dark steel. Dark steel times 2. Pulsating crystals times 2. And solarium times 2. Pretty easy. We just got to switch that to that, and that'll work. Cool. And then we're going to need the glowstone elevation unit. So that should be all that stuff. Now we're also going to need an ME formation plane and an annihilation plane. So annihilation plane goes on this side, formation plane on that side, and that's pretty close to it. So for right now, what I'm going to do actually is we're going to go back to here. And we are going to dump these in like so. And see if we can get any infinity stars. let's stop at that. That's not enough. We're going to need a ton of VMC. That's kind of the problem currently. So it's not that big of a deal, but we'll get there. Alright, so the glowstone should be done. Almost. Okay, that's going to take a little bit longer. Is there anything else we can do? So let's take a look. We need infinity stars, infinity catalysts. These are crafting. We have 3 of them. So it goes there, there, and there. And then we need 2 lust runes and 2 sloth runes. And that should be about it. So it's not too bad. We're getting there. How close are you to being done? It's got to grind up all the flux dust, which I don't think we can. Oh no, we could. We can completely cheese that if we wanted to. So let's get a bunch of flux crystals into the system. And then I am going to give this system a bunch of flux dust just by, we're going to grind one of these up, get the dust, and then we're going to EMC that as well because it's cheap and easy. So why not? Let's just put all that stuff away. And there we go. Cool. So there is the last of those. Do we have the magic core yet? It's taking forever. Alright, so I did forget about the dark solarium as well. We're going to need that. Not a big deal. So enough of the transmutation table. Once we have one of those, we can duplicate it. So that's what we'll do to get the second one, because we need it for this recipe, which is going to give us the actual tablet, which is kind of cool, but definitely a little bit more expensive, and not something I think I'm going to end up using all that much. I haven't actually explained what the transmutation table does, which is kind of important to know. It basically allows you to it allows you to get any item in the game without having to have collected it first. So currently the only things we can EMC are things that we currently have, which is why I keep one of everything. At least one of everything, and then you don't run into problems, right? Well, with the transmutation table and the tablet as well, the table is a block form, the tablet is a handheld. It allows you to make any item that you have knowledge of. You have to have knowledge of it first before you can make it, but and the only way to do that is just to burn it into the transmutation table. There's also an item that lets you get every recipe in the game. But we'll worry about that when we get there, because that is a pretty easy thing to get our hands on as well. Now, I really like that we don't actually have to get any more. Do we have any of the runes? Runes of mana is the only thing we got. We could make all the runes, but it would be better just to automate that stuff. And have plenty of things going on for that. I'll look into doing that for probably next episode. But for the remainder of today, once we get the magic cores, which we're very close, I want to work on the Dire Autocrafting Table. So this thing is a little bit more expensive. For one, it requires a Chaos Catalyst, which is definitely more expensive. But if we can get one, at least for the Eternal Singularities, then I would be happy. So something else. Let's go ahead and Infinity Catalyst. Let's get all of this stuff. Actually, I'll do that off camera because that's going to be long and kind of tedious. I'm going to get all of that stuff placed in here so that we can start making it. I'm going to figure out how much we're going to need for the Infinity Armor, and we'll go from there. So, and probably start working on getting some of that stuff taken care of. But the Dire Autocrafting Table is definitely something we're going to want. Let's grab some more Emmy controllers. because that is something we're probably going to want a lot of. Cool. Plus it cleans up our stuff a little bit. So we're going to want a Dire Autocrafting Table, so we're going to need some crystal matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are going to need a double compressed crafting table. And then we're going to need 4 awakened cores. So can we get 4 of those? Yes. They should be pretty quick to craft. So we're going to go get another Dire crafting table. And then we'll use that for the base of the Dire Autocrafting Table. Right now, like I said, as long as we can get 1, that's kind of the goal. The main reason for that is just that Eternal Singularities are a pain to collect all that stuff. If we can have those auto-crafting, it would be really, really nice. So we have everything for the magic cores. Let's make 1, and then duplicate it. And, you know, we're going to keep the rest of those. Cool, there we go. Some actual, like, stuff. Alright, so we just need 2 of those. And they go here and here. So the transmutation table is almost done, which is nice. That is one of the last quests we're going to have to worry about for a while, and it would be nice to have it done. So the Dire Autocrafting Table, we're going to need some infinity ingots, which is a pain. We're going to need a bunch of neutronium, which I had a lot of it, but still have a good bit. So let's get 2 stacks. How many? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6. 26? I think, if my math was right. Something like that. Let's get 16 to begin with. And these go... Oops, wrong one. 3, 1... Okay, 3 on the top is left open. And then just the centers. So we're going to need more neutronium, which is not that big of a deal. Just grab a bunch of it. Let's get another stack's worth. And we just need 2 more. Okay, that's easy enough. 1, 2. And there's that. Awesome. So that is taken care of. We're going to need 4 molecular assemblers, which we can craft. These do not have... Wow, that was easy. They do not have EMC, so we can't do too much with it. So it goes in the top corner of the thirds, like so. Do we have the Dire? We do. We actually have 2, but that's fine. We'll just take 1 for now. And let's see, what else are we going to need? We're going to need crafter tiers 3s. Crafter. Alright, I think these are fairly easy to make. So we just need, what? Is that just compressed? Crafting tables. We make 1 of those, which should not take that long. Let's just duplicate a bunch of them. Alright, cool. And then we'll get the crafter tier 3. So 1, 2, 3. We'll duplicate those. And that should be more than enough. And how are these laid out? In a diamond form. So, like so. Cool. Easy enough. And then what else are we going to need? We're going to need assembly IO units times 2, which those are a little bit of a pain. We'll do those later because we're going to be wrapping up the episode here soon. Let's see, 64K crafting. I never had any more crafting units. Actually, they're probably in here. Do we have the 64K? Yes, we do. So there is, let's get like 3 stacks of those, I guess. That'll be fine. Put that back away. I think we only need 3 of these, so it's a little overkill. Yeah, we just need 3 right there. And let's see, what else can we do pretty easily? The auto tool stations. I mean, we can just pick this guy up and duplicate him. And then place him back down. Alright, so we're just going to need a few of these. 4 in the corners. And that is that for those guys. Alright, so let's see. Auto crafting tables from Red Power should be pretty easy to get one of. We're missing what? A chest and a crafting table. Alright. Chest can be made. And a crafting table can be made as well. And we can get one of these. And then duplicate a bunch of them. Because why not? We're going to need 2 of them, I do believe. Because they go on either side. And let's see, what is that? Crafting monitor. We should be able to make that pretty quickly. Need another crafting storage. So we need another level emitter. And then we just need, whoops, wrong thing. A crafting unit. Crafting monitor. Cool. So that goes on top. Yes. And then the last thing is the assembly halos, which are also really easy. Let's just get like a stack of crafting tables in there. And we're going to need one of these. We can duplicate it a bunch of times. Oh, they do not stack. Which actually makes sense. These are really interesting things from Britannia, but things I've never actually used. You can like auto craft stuff when you hold them, and you can see, you'll have all the recipes and whatnot. Like you can set recipes in a crafting table, and it tells you how to make stuff. But it makes stuff for you, type of things. It's kind of cool. They are the assembly halos, which this one needs to be destroyed. Just because it doesn't stack with the rest. Oh, that one doesn't either. Alright, well, whatever. Anyways, does that look like everything we can do easily and quickly? I do believe so. So that is going to be where we end off for today. I am going to work between episodes collecting more neutronium, I guess. Or not neutronium, compressed cobblestone. We're going to need plenty of it. And the plan is... Let's get rid of that. The plan is to kind of work towards getting a little bit of automation up and running. I'm going to get the infinity catalysts placed in here. I'm going to figure out how much I'm going to need for all of the armor and probably work towards that. I don't know if I'm going to get to it yet or not, but I'm definitely going to work towards it. And then we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. By the way, one of the big things we need for this Dire Crafting Table is a Chaos Catalyst. We happen to have, I think, 2 of them actually. 4 of them. Even better. We have 4 of them. So we can make one of those really easily. We don't have to make that because we got it from loot bags, or reward bags rather. So kind of nice. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We did a lot of crafting, got some questing done. Now we just need to start automating the Infinity Catalyst and Infinity Ingots, and we'll be good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!